We celebrate the life of Princess Yana Zabie Terris of Denny-Riviere-Dennery, who was called home to her maker on Monday, 13th October 2014 at approximately 4:50 a.m. She was 27 years old. Princess Yana Zabie Terris was an evangelist, dedicated staff member of ISCCF, and the founder of Women of Substance Ministries, WOS. She left behind her father, Paul Terris, a farmer, FAR 724, bus driver HD 7242, and luxury consultant of Denny-Riviere. Her mother, Cornelia Terris, better known as Cornisha of Denny-Riviere. Godmother and adopted mother, Ingrid Didier of Soufrière. Grandparents, Anthony Terris, better known as Gladstone of Olier-Dennery. Marie Terris, better known as Utili of Olier-Dennery. Evelyn Sagis of Denny-Riviere-Dennery. Great-grandparents, Enid Sagis of Denny-Riviere-Dennery. Farista Setage of Denny-Riviere-Dennery. Two sisters, Lindsay Celis Vassois of Wabatat Castries, employed for Rendezvous Resort. Chloe Joa Terris of Denny-Riviere, past student of the Vieux-Fort Comprehensive Secondary School class of 2014. Fiancé Alphon Leo of Denny-Riviere, employed with St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association, I Care St. Lucia. One niece, Zaya Divine Vassois, who is also her godchild. One nephew, Oren Tyler Vassois. 19 uncles, George Terris, residing in Barbados, who was also her godfather, Pius Terris, better known as Alderman of Olier-Dennery. Timothy Terris, better known as Tinom, residing in Brooklyn, New York. Felix Terris, better known as Eddie, residing in England. Lazarus Terris, better known as Phils, residing in Barbados. Michael Sagis, better known as Kokok, residing in Brooklyn, New York. Lena Sagis of Denny-Riviere-Dennery. Kimber Sagis of Gadet-Dennery. Isaac Edwin, better known as Ricky of Gadet-Dennery. Magnus Edwin, better known as Duo of Gadet-Dennery. Jonathan Edwin, better known as Jablo, residing in Florida. Smith Sandyford of Richford-Dennery. Ames Sandyford of Grand Ravine-Dennery. Anthony Felix, better known as Slinger, residing in Brooklyn, New York. Connie and Cornelius of Richford-Dennery. Phileas and Louise Sandyford of Grand Ravine-Dennery. Bernard Sandyford of Martinique. Tenants, Jeanette Octasia, better known as Genevra of Martinique. Nita Sagis Hamilton, better known as Tricia, residing in New York. Sally Sagis of Belmore-Dennery, teacher at the Meekwood Secondary School. Emily Sagis, residing in Brooklyn, New York. Portia Charles of Gadet-Dennery. Nadine Edwin of Gadet-Dennery. Nival Paul of Montfortune Castries. Alencia Sandyford of Carrie Castries. Lydia of Olier-Dennery. Magdalene Felix, residing in Brooklyn, New York. Cousins, Kenantha James and Kurt Sagis of Belmore-Dennery. Kimberly Sagis and Shakima Joseph of Gadet-Dennery. Tristan Thief Hamilton of New York. Noah and Christophe Octasia of Martinique. Tristan and Vernon Terris of England. Janelia, Fiona Clevason and Kenrick Terris of Olier-Dennery. Laurencia Terris, residing in Brooklyn, New York. Kimberly and Karina Terris, residing in Canada. Ashley and Zanali of Grand Riviere-Dennery. Shanice Francis, student at St. Joseph's Convent. Kendall, Letha and Mary Felix, all of Brooklyn, New York. Katie, Ali and Sham of Gadet-Dennery. Jennifer Gilbert and family of Bagatelle Castries. Melonia Sagis of Denny-Riviere-Dennery. Vernon Joseph of Denny-Riviere. Vanette Joseph, residing in New York. Claretta Etienne, better known as Nanis, residing in New York. Veronica Hippolyte, better known as Frances of Denny-Riviere. Eva Joseph, residing in Canada. Anna Maria Pierre, teacher at the Denny Riviere Combined School. Dylan Edwin and Talissa Jules of Gadet, Dennery. Gilbert Edward, better known as Soslin, and family of Denny Riviere. Anne-Marie Sergis, better known as Elsa of Martinique. Devon and the Stanley family of Grand Ravine and Olean. Granduncles Joseph Theodule and family of Olean and England. Cornelius Sergis, better known as Sydney, residing in Brooklyn, New York. Leonard Sergis, better known as Poe of Belmore, Dennery. Delil Robinson and family residing in Cayenne. Paulinus Robinson and family residing in Antigua. Cornelius Robinson and family in Martinique. Grand aunts Patricia Sergis, Francilia Sergis, Loretta Vitalis and Theodosia Dumar, all of Belmore. Dennery. Marcella Sergis and Philippa Sergis, residing in Brooklyn, New York. Marianne Robinson of Cayenne. Jeanette Sandy Ford of Richford, Dennery. Margarita John of Richford, Dennery. Mary Joseph and Adelina Henrilia of Olean, Dennery. Tiom and Cece of Richford, Dennery. Brother-in-law Mitchell Fassois of Wapatas Castries, owner of Junix, St. Lucia. Aunt-in-law Samantha Sergis of Belmore, Dennery. Shalene Joseph of Gadet, Dennery. Centilia Terris of Olean, Dennery. Lauren and Lorna Marshall of Brooklyn, New York. Leandra Edwin of Gadet, Dennery. Theodora Terris of Olean, Dennery. Uncles-in-law Robert Octasia of Martinique. Steve Hamilton of New York. Spiritual mothers Pastor Simona St. Fort of Denny Riviere Pentecostal Church and principal of Olean Combined School. Sister Josephine Maffre of Denny Riviere, Dennery. Sister Valerie George, teacher at Larry Shoes Combined School. Spiritual fathers Evangelist Augustine St. Fort of Denny Riviere, Dennery. Pastor Joseph Maffre of Denny Riviere, Dennery. Brother Nicholas George, better known as Coach of Denny Riviere, Dennery. Best friends Janelle Seeley of Ravine Chabot, employed of School of Business, entrepreneur. Stephanie Griffith Reed of Jackmel, employee of Tikai Village. Godchildren Dean Roy, Junior Reed. Nia Wendy George. Close friends Jermaine Matthew, Nadine George, Ketra Francis, Morana Francis, Margarita, Caputut, bus driver, number M920, all of Denny Riviere, Dennery. Cornelia Melville of Sunny Acres, Castries. Janelle Maffre of Pave, employed of Sanders, Latok. Glenda Knight of Soufre. Twinkie Polius of Bar Denis, Castries. Mona Lisa Felicien of Dennery. Mary Wilfred, attached to Ministry of Youth and Sports. Miss Josephine Romaine, trustee and advisor of ISCCF and professional counselor. Kerwin Stewart, former ISCCF staff worker, and his wife. Also left behind the Terris and Sergis families, both here and abroad. The Robinson family of Gadet, Dennery. The Edwin family of Gadet and Olean, Dennery. The Theodule and Marcel families of Olean, Dennery. The Leon family of Denny Riviere. The Sandyford family of Richford, Grand Ravine and Vieux-Fort. The Francis family of Denny Riviere, Dennery. The Sourange family of Odsa. The Morchery family of Blanchard de Risseau. The Montout family of Ravine Chabot. The Newton family of the Louisi family of Gadet and New York. The Newton family of Lacaille, Dennery. The Skelly family of Dennery and abroad. Class of 2004 Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School. Members of Women of Substance Ministries, WS, the board and members of ISCCF, locally, regionally and internationally, management and staff of Radio St. Lucia, Honorable Sean Edward, Minister of Youth and Sports, the Mabia Valley Youth and Sports Council, Oliver Oregon, her faithful driver, Julita of Barbados, all the gospel preaching churches of St. Lucia, all the members of the Denny Riviere Pentecostal Church, especially the youth group, which she served as vice president, and the group Forgiven. The members of the Mabia Valley Minibus Association, the entire Denny Riviere community and the Mabia Valley, particularly the youth. We, the family and friends of Princess Yana Zabie Terris, invite you to join as we pay tribute to and celebrate the life of our dearly beloved on Saturday, 25th October 2014 at the Dennery Evangelical Church at 12 noon. The body will be available for viewing from 11 a.m. Following the celebration, her mortal body will then be laid to rest at the Larishu Cemetery. The body now lies at Lazarus Funeral Home, Viewfort. Please note that the theme colors for the event are white, which symbolizes purity, and pink, which was the favorite color of Princess Yana Zabie Terris. You may also wear purple, which epitomizes her royalty. The family would prefer if the color black is not featured during the celebration of the life of Yana Zabie Terris.